Hello everybody, my name is MC Celestia and today I'm going to show you my PvP Kitless Condition Engineer build. I've been using this build since pre-HOT and it was deadly then and it continues to be deadly post-HOT. So to go into the build, it's a dual pistol with Sigil of Bursting and Sigil of Torment. Because of the Sigil of Torment, I now have access to every damaging condition. So I chose the Rabbit Amulet because of the precision to get the Torment off, the condition damage for obvious reasons, and the toughness is just a bonus that I can take some physical hits. With the Rune of Balthazar, so it increases my condition damage, my burning duration, as well as when I use a heal skill I burn nearby foes for 3 seconds. And it gives me quickness for 5 seconds if I'm struck below 20% health. And for traits, I went Inventions, Alchemy, and Firearms. So for Inventions, the minor is the Cleansing Synergy, so essentially it removes a damaging condition every 10 seconds. The first chosen trait, Automated Medical Response, so all my heal skills recharge when I'm struck below 4k health. Second minor is Heal Resonator, so when I use a healing skill I apply regen to nearby allies. I'm not a support build, but the regen does help me, where I have under 16k health. Second chosen is Mecha Legs, so this gives me a permanent 25% speed boost, so I really have no need for swiftness. In Cripple, Chill, and Immobilize, their durations are reduced. The third minor, in Energy Amplifier, so my healing power's increased a bit. Again, not a big deal, but it's there. And last chosen trait, Bunker Down. So this is more or less, I use this for more of the med kit than the proximity mine. Because I'm not a power build, power is useless on a pistol because the pistol's weak to begin with. I use this for the bandage. So every 2 seconds when I'm critting, I drop down a med kit. And when I pick it up, it heals me for 502 and gives me 4 3/4 seconds of regen. Which is awesome. Alright, second trait line is Alchemy. Because I'm a pure elixir build, no turrets, no kits, I want to break away from anything meta. Alchemy is a godsend. I saw a person on YouTube one time in World v World with a rifle who went kitless, and it was amazing. He was stacking might like you wouldn't believe. He was just taking out just about anything and everything, and I wanted to put a condition version of that into PvP. To this day, I have yet to see a dual pistol build that's kitless. The closest I've ever come to is somebody using mortar for their elite and using the healing turret, which I understand why. However, my concept, no kits, no turrets. So Alchemy, first minor, Hidden Flask, so when I'm struck below 12k health I gain Fury, Might, and Swiftness. All good. Fury is awesome to help me get the Torment off, and Might for the extra condition damage. So first chosen, Protection Injection. So I gain 3.5 seconds of protection whenever I'm disabled. Where I don't have a lot of health, this is useful. Second minor, Transmute. So incoming conditions have a chance to convert into a boon. Every 15 seconds, the next one that comes in is transformed into a boon. Very useful. Second chosen, Self-Regulating Defenses. Drink an Elixir S when you're struck below the health threshold. So essentially, if I get hit below 4k, chances are I'm under some sort of heavy fire, and I shrink like I was drinking an Elixir S, and this evades any and all incoming attacks, which again is extremely useful because I only have under 16k health. Another very useful thing that the most useful thing that I see with this that happens to me is if I'm stomping somebody and say there's like 2 people, two enemies, instead of rezzing them, they try to DPS me down. And when I get hit below 25% health, I evade all their attacks anyway. So they're pretty much helping me stomp their friend by not healing him, but by hurting me. So it's almost like, hey, thanks for the kill. Bye. Third minor, alchemical tinctures. So essentially, every time I consume or throw an elixir, it removes one condition, and all my boon duration is increased. This here, because I'm using all elixirs, gives me like 9 or 10 Condi cleanses. So again, I don't have a lot of health. I can take physical hits, but conditions will eat me. Well, not as bad now. And because I'm all elixirs, HGH. So all my elixirs grant me might, which is good for my Condi damage, have reduced recharge, and have increased duration. Perfect. I can get a nice quick 12 stacks of might before I burst somebody down, and they will drop with the rotation that I'm going to go over here in a moment. So for the third line, firearms. First minor, crits have a chance to cause bleeding. Bleeding is the weakest condition, but you know what? More condition damage is better. First chosen, chemical rounds. I'm dual pistol, so why not choose the pistol skills that have condition duration? I'm a Condi build, dual pistols. I mean, it just makes sense. I could take a heavy armor exploit, but I don't need the swiftness because my perma 25%. And this is more of a, I guess I could use that in this build. This is more of a DPS rifle kind of thing. Second minor, hematic focus. So I have an increased chance to crit against bleeding foes. So my auto attack bleeds. My crits every 33% will bleed. And because I get an increased crit chance of 10%, that means that my torment, will get off a little bit quicker. And because of my already 46.85% crit chance, that's going to give me a 57% crit chance. So the next chosen, pinpoint distribution. Condition damage based on precision, 10% of it. Rabid is tough, or is precision. So again, anything that boosts my condition damage. Third minor, serrated steel. Bleeding you cause lasts longer. Again, it's not the strongest condition, but if it can last longer, then if they try to run, if I put enough stacks on them, they'll drop. The third chosen, incendiary powder. So essentially, the burning lasts longer, and every 10 seconds, your crit will put on 2 stacks of burn every 7 seconds. So if you do a good rotation and everything goes off fine, you're going to have 5 stacks of burn, torment, confusion, poison, and bleed. Alright, so to quickly run through the pistol abilities and the utilities. So your auto attack does bleeding. It does a slight AoE, but they literally have to be like almost right on top of them in order for it to hit. Poison dart volley. So you shoot 5 times, and each time that it hits, it poisons your target. So good for fighting those druids that heal for days. Static shot. So this bounces 4 times, and it blinds and causes confusion. So which is awesome. So blowtorch. You have to get this off as close to your opponent as possible to get the most damage out of it. If you can get within 200 distance, which is like right almost kissing them, you're talking 3 stacks of damage for 13.25 seconds. I mean, if you can do between 2 and 400, that's still good because that's 2 stacks. And then between 400 and 600 distance, that is 1 stack. And it can hit up to 3 targets with it. So if they're clustering in one spot, get right close to them. Bam. Awesome. Then glue shot. So essentially you put down a little field that mobilizes and on impact, and as long as they're in that field, it'll cripple them. So it's useful for anybody that has high mobility. So because I'm all elixirs, it only makes sense that my heal is also the elixir. So it randomly gives me protection, regeneration, and swiftness. Also removes a condition because of how I'm spec'd. I don't use this for the Condi removal, I use this for the obvious reason. Elixir B gives me Fury, Might, Retaliation, and Swiftness. So Fury and Might are the two biggest reasons why I take this. Fury for the extra crit to get off the Torment, the Burn, and the Bleed. And the Might for the extra condition damage. So again, all my elixirs have condition, removes one condition each. So Elixir S, like I was showing you earlier, you shrink down to that size, you are completely immune to all attacks for the duration of that. This is one of your safe stomps. This is a stun breaker. This is like one of the best tools that an engineer has. And I'm going to show you another reason why in a moment. So the next I chose Elixir U, so it gives me quickness, so it gives me a nice fast condition burst. And it either gives me Might or Fury. Both good choices. So it doesn't matter what I get, I'll be happy with any of them. It's also a stun breaker, which is amazing. If you're going up against a team of Necros, like I have once, 3 Necros and 2 mesmers. You might want to opt out for Elixir C. Converts all your conditions into random boons. That might be the best way to go. I never use Elixir R, but that's just my personal choice. You can use it if you want. However, you know, I can get my rotation off faster here. So this is why that I choose this. And for my elite, Elixir X. So this either transforms me into a tornado, like the Elementalist's elite skill, or a Rampager, which is the Warrior's elite skill. Good thing about this, the funny thing about this, is that I can pop it quicker and it lasts longer than the respective classes when they pop it. So it's kind of funny. If I was DPS, the Rampage would be completely OP. It's the CC on it. Alright, so for the toss skills, my tool belt skills. So again, these are all elixirs, so all Condi cleanse, all might stacks. So toss elixir H, so it randomly gives me protection, regen, or vigor. I use this just for the Condi cleanse and the might stack, that's it. The toss elixir B gives me stability, which is one of my safe stomps. Or if I'm fighting a dragon hunter who likes to tether people, because he can't pull me if I have stability. It also gives me Fury, Might, Retal, or Swiftness. So naturally this will give me 2 Might, remove a Condi, and stability. So that's pretty much all I use it for, is just what I know what it gives me. Toss Elixir S. Like I said, this is an amazing elixir, and this is another reason why. Grants AoE stealth, 6 seconds. It's also one of the last elixirs that I use to set up my rotation because of the might stack. And it helps me get up close to somebody so I can use my blowtorch and go through my rotation. Next one is Toss Elixir U. Now when it says it creates a random spell, it means either a smoke field or a smoke line that'll block projectiles, or a light field or light line, depending on how you want to look at it, barrier, that will reflect projectiles. So this is awesome if there's a dragon hunter on point, or a pew pew ranger, or anybody that uses ranged, and pop this in front of them and then go through your rotation. They'll try to attack you, as that's a natural instinct, and they'll end up hurting themselves. And in one of my cases, I actually dropped 2 dragon hunters at the same time because the light one popped up and they both used that charge shot or whatever it is on me, and it bounced right back at them and downed them both. And I just went quickness, stealth, stomp, stomp. It was fantastic. Actually, I went quickness, stealth, and stability. Alright. Toss Elixir S. It's an AoE MOA transformation. This is fantastic when you're fighting those pesky, say, Necros that love to go in Shroud every 5 seconds. If you have, like, your burst all set up, like everything's off cooldown, throw that on them, go through your rotation, and watch them drop. Or those Necros that shroud when they take a lethal hit, or Ellies, or anybody that can transform. or is annoying to fight, like the druids. On point, mesmers. Just make sure that you have at least most of your rotation ready to go before you pop it. So, just a quick run through the rotation. Again, I only have my weapons for my attack, so it's going to be a quick rotation. So essentially, if I see somebody on a point, I'll start with my tossed elixirs first. So my H, my B, and then I'll pop my elixir B, I'll pop my heal, I'll pop my this, and then quickness, and then I'll have about 15 stacks of might at this point. Now do this when you're somewhat near your opponent so you don't waste anything. Mind you, I go through my rotation quicker. I was slowing it down a bit. And when you're ready with your 14, 15 stacks of might, you're gonna make sure you click the target. You're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1. Dodge back, use this on them, and then start auto attacking them down. Chances are you'll still have some of your quickness left, so you'll put on some mad stacks of bleeding really fast. So essentially, you'll have, if everything goes right, you'll have 5 stacks of burning on them because of how you trade it with the 2 when you crit. You'll have torment because of your sigil. You'll have confusion, blindness, poison, and bleed. So every damaging condition, you just keep firing that bleed on them. If you do this right, you'll bury these 2 deep enough, or at least this deep enough. So if they use like a 2-3 Condi cleanse, it's only going to cleanse the bleed, the poison, and either the torment or the confusion, whichever one was last. And it's as simple as that. Like I said, when you're fighting a necro, toss this, just go 3, 2, 1. You don't have to wait for your quickness, just 3, 2, 1, and they will drop. So that's what the light field looks like, the one that reflects projectiles. And this is what the Rampager looks like, which is awesome. So, that is my build. If you have any questions, comments, or if you liked what you see, please subscribe. Thank you very much, and have an awesome cake day.
Okay, now drop that shit. Okay, now drop that shit. Okay, now drop that shit. drop that shit.